Like 2 seconds in, I realized that she wasn't laughing and she was serious, and then I wanted to die. Hello everyone, what's up? My name is Serena and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. Either way, I am glad that you've made your way to my home on the internet, this channel, because now you get to hang out. I feel like the first thing you're gonna notice about me in this video is that I'm like went a little crazy with the spray tan, and I just look a little bit ridiculous because I'm just like super duper tan and it's the middle of winter, so I'm gonna try to not talk with my hands today because like every time I see my hands come up and they're like super dark, like look how much darker they are than my face. It just grosses me out. I hate spray tans, but like I had a bunch of holiday parties coming up, things I gotta do, things I gotta look cute for. New Year's Eve is coming up. I mean, my spray tan probably won't last that long, but maybe, who knows. Yeah, that's why I look super tan even though it's the middle of winter. And I feel like that is the first thing you'll notice is that I'm just like really tan. I'm sorry, we can stop talking about that now. The point of today's video is we're gonna be making another embarrassing moments from high school video. And I've already made 2 of these, so if you wanna check that out, I can link them down below. There's a part 1, part 2, and this will be part 3. And like I said in both of those videos, I could probably make at least like 9 parts in this series. Like I could make like 9 episodes of the embarrassing moments from high school, because every single day, like I said in those 2 videos, every single day was an embarrassing moment. I was always getting into something embarrassing with my friends or even by myself. I was always just doing something embarrassing because that's just me. Like I'm still like that. I still embarrass myself on the daily. I think this one is going to be the last one though, because I don't want to drag this on forever and ever and ever because it gives me so much anxiety to talk about this. I saved these specific ones that are going to be in this video. I saved them for the last video because they are the most embarrassing, the most cringy, and just the ones that I don't want to talk about because I like keeping them in the very back of my mind and like never thinking about them. So those are the ones we're going to do today. I feel like YouTube is my therapy. I know a lot of YouTubers say that, but it literally, my orange hands, I can't. It literally is my therapy, especially when it comes to like embarrassing moments, because the thing about embarrassing moments, especially when they happen to just you and not like a group of people, you just feel so embarrassed about. I feel like bringing other people in, letting them know the sitch, letting them know the situation, what happened. We can all be embarrassed together, so that's what we're going to do in this video today. We're not gonna do all of them, obviously. Like I said, I'm just gonna do the really embarrassing ones. And yeah, I guess here we go. So this very first one is gonna be one of those ones that's like, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not gonna seem embarrassing to you because it didn't happen to you. Just keep in mind, like this is from my perspective, my high school. They made this big like hallway where they put, I mean, I think it was like back to like the 1800s. I don't know. I didn't look at every single picture, but they made this wall that has every single past class picture on it. I remember this so clearly because me and my best friend, we had a lunch with, like, this was when lunch was in like it was in a separate room than it was the next like 3 years of high school, I think. We ended up only having lunch like with each other. Like every single other person in our friend group didn't have lunch with us, which sucked. That was like the worst year of lunch ever because it was just me and her. We had to fend for ourselves, and that was literally like when your friend didn't come to school, like when your friend didn't show up to school and you had to sit by yourself at lunch. It was just the worst. That was like the worst year. But I remember us like always leaving lunch early and kind of honestly just like roaming the hallways. Like we'd go to the bathroom, we'd take our time, we'd walk down to the drinking fountain. We weren't really roaming the halls, but like we would just kind of take our time because it was just the two of us. Like it was literally me and my best friend. Like it was just us. So we were kind of, I mean, this wall that had all those pictures on it were right outside the lunchroom. And we were just going to the bathroom, and then we were walking down the hallway to the water fountain, and you pass all of these pictures. So like on our way back from the water fountain, that took like 5 minutes to tell us walking down the hallway. I was like, hey, my parents graduated from this school. We should see if we can find them in their class picture. Like we just thought that would be fun. So we look, and you know, my dad graduated in 1988 and my mom graduated in 1989. So we looked in the 88 picture, we found my dad, and then we looked in the 89 picture and we found my mom. But then we were like you know, we didn't want to go back to lunch. You didn't want to be those losers. Okay, not really. We just like were wasting time at lunch. So we were like, we should go look for other people that we would know in these pictures. And I think we had 3 softball coaches, I think, that all graduated from the same high school as us. So we like went to like the year that they graduated, or like around the year that they would have graduated, and we found 2 of them. And then I remembered that our head coach graduated the year before my dad. Like he graduated in 87, I think. I think I knew that he graduated a year before my dad, so I was like, I know exactly what picture he's in because he's gonna be in the one right before my dad. So anyway, we go up to the picture that he's in, and we see his picture, and we laughed at his haircut that he had at the time, and we were literally saying his name and laughing. And oh, by the way, he's like our principal too, so he like is walking down the hallway, sees us looking at his class picture, and then he hears us talking about him, and he knows that we were laughing at his picture, and he like calls us out for it. He's like, seriously, you're laughing at my picture? I don't know why. I just think that was really embarrassing because I was a freshman. You know, I don't even think it was softball season yet. I didn't even really know this person, and I was just laughing at his unfortunate haircut from his senior year of high school. Maybe that's why he never liked us that much. I don't know. Like, you can ask my best friend. I feel like that's why he didn't like us. I just thought that was so embarrassing. Like, what are the odds that he would walk up right when we were making fun of his picture? That's like karma. This is why you don't make fun of people. God, I'm so mean. Oh, this next one is the most cringy. I don't really want to tell this story. This was so embarrassing. This was so, like, not embarrassing. It was embarrassing, but it was just, it makes me want to go. I might have been a junior, probably a junior. I was like one of the only people who took Spanish for a third year because I was one of the only dumb people. I took Spanish for 4 years in high school, and I don't know any Spanish. I didn't learn anything. Me and one of my best friends in Spanish class, we sat by each other, and I'm just gonna say this right now, whenever me and this friend sat by each other, we were kind of annoying. Like, I feel like we were those people that, like, when they get together, they're annoying together. I feel like that was me and her. Like, we just brought out the most annoying in each other. I remember one day, I don't even remember what activity we were trying to do. We were like reading or writing. I don't even remember. My friend said something funny and she laughed about it, and then I laughed about it, and then the teacher came over. Instead of like yelling at us in front of the whole class to like shut up, she like came over and knelt down like beside our desk and like told us basically shut up, that we were being annoying, which we probably were. I don't really remember, but I just remember my friend didn't think she was serious. She thought that she was kidding, so she started laughing. So I started laughing, and like 2 seconds in, I realized that she wasn't laughing and she was serious, and then I wanted to die. That was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing because we thought she was joking, and we started to laugh, and she was dead serious. I hate when I come across, especially to like a teacher or anyone really, I hate when I come across as being disrespectful, and I feel like that is the way that I made myself look by laughing because I thought she was joking. And then I just get so much anxiety because I don't want someone to think that I'm like being disrespectful on purpose, or like I think I'm all that or whatever. Like, I literally could not look her in the face for like the rest of my high school career. She used to be one of my favorite teachers, but after that I was just like, I can't do it anymore. Like, I can't even like look at you anymore. I can't do it. And like, I still see her to this day, like in public sometimes, and I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't look at her. I just feel so bad. I don't like thinking back to that moment, because even though she probably doesn't even remember that at all, that's like one of the things I remember most about high school, because I felt so bad about it. The next one has to do with a guy that I talked to when I don't even remember what year this was. God. There was a guy that I talked to, texted, whatever. This was just the weirdest way for a relationship to form. I remember one day thinking, and this person was a year younger than me. So I remember thinking, he's pretty cute. Like, I don't know if I would date him because I don't really know him that well. He's not someone that was in my group of friends, or like we didn't really run in similar circles, so I didn't really know him that well. But he was like one of these boys that I was like, he's really cute and I might want to get to know him more. So this was so random, but I remember like subtweeting about him because this was like my sophomore year. I want to say sophomore to junior year, somewhere in there, when subtweeting was like the thing at the moment. Like, it was what everyone was doing. If you were mad at someone, if you liked someone, if you wanted to date someone, if you wanted to anything you wanted to do, like, you would be subtweeting about it on Twitter. This was when Twitter was really popping off. Like, I feel like Twitter had its moment, Instagram had its moment. I feel like this was like the prime time of the Twitter moment, at least at my high school. And every high school is different. Every like area is different on like what social media is the most popular. But I think at my high school, this was when Twitter was in its prime. So I got on and I said that I was like, so if I was a sophomore, he must have been a freshman, or if I was a junior, he was a sophomore. I don't remember what year it was, but either way, whatever grade he was in, I said, you're pretty cute even though you're a sophomore / freshman. I don't remember what it was. Ugh. I just remember him subtweeting back and being like, if you're talking about me, could you be more specific with like the heart eye? And then I was like, dude, I don't even talk to you. I don't even know you. I never would have in a million years thought that you would see my tweet and know that it was about you. Like, I thought I was being sneaky, you know? I don't really know how he found out that that tweet was about him, because I don't even think I told like any of my friends that that's who it was about. I don't know if he was just speculating. But because of that tweet, we ended up talking, like texting, I guess. And we literally talked for like at least a month, and that was like a long time in high school to be talking to someone without like dating them. This person talked to me for like a month and a half. He said he really liked me. He told me like several times that I was like the most beautiful girl at our school. I was so sweet. I was the best. Blah, 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 blah. I just remember we never talked in person. Like, not at school, not after school, not after practice, not at any like school events. We did not talk in person this whole entire time. We were texting for a month and a half. We didn't talk in person like even once. I was one day walking through the cafeteria because, you know, I think it was the year that I took an art class, so you have to walk through the cafeteria and onto like the other side of the building because that's where the art room is. Oh, this is so stupid. I put the dumbest details in my stories. I passed him in the cafeteria and I was like, this is it. I've been texting for a month and a half. I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna go talk to him. And the reason that I kind of walked up to him was because I felt like it would be awkward not to say something to him. I'm one of those people that, like, if I don't want to talk to someone, like, I will avoid them. But if it's gonna get to the point where it's just gonna be awkward if you ignore them, like, I will say something to them, you know? I felt like that was what was kind of happening when I was like walking to the cafeteria. I felt like he was too close to like pretend like I didn't see him and not acknowledge him, because I felt like that's what he had been doing to me the whole time we was texting, you know? So I didn't want to be that guy. And I was like, you know what, if I ever want this to go anywhere, someone should probably make the first move and like speak to the other person in person, you know? I walk up to him and his group of friends. And this is probably why I have like self-confidence problems, because stuff like this always happens to me. But I walk up to his friends and I say, hey, so-and-so, how are you? Like with the biggest smile on my face, like thinking he's gonna be so thrilled, like she is making the first move, like go her, like I'm so excited. He turns the other way, like towards his friend, and then starts just talking to his friend like he didn't even hear me. And at that point I was just like, oh my god, I just wanted to die. I really have a hard time when I get rejected by other people. Like when other people don't, like when I smile at someone and they don't smile back, or I wave to someone and they don't wave back. If I say hello to someone and they ignore me, I just want to die on the inside. I don't know, I guess that's like, because it's from my perspective, it's probably not that embarrassing, but I was so embarrassed when that happened. And after that, nothing really came out of that texting relationship because he never wanted to talk to me in person, so oh yeah, I saved the best one for last. So a little backstory before we start this story. I dated Hunter when I was a sophomore in high school through now. We're still dating. I was like going like this, like we broke up at some point. We dated sophomore to freshman year of college. No, we're still together, we're engaged. Oh my god, that was like the worst. Anyway, Hunter and I have been dating, I guess I should have said. We have been dating since I was a sophomore, since we were both sophomores in high school. We broke up when we were juniors in high school for like, I want to say like a couple months at a time. We broke up like the week after Valentine's Day. No, we broke up the week of Valentine's Day. And then we got back together sometime in March, so I don't really remember like how long we were broken up or whatever. Hunter and I had been dating for a while when we broke up, so I feel like I'm a very dramatic person, and I was really upset when he broke up with me. Because it was him like who broke up with me, like it wasn't me who broke up with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he dumped me and then he wanted to get back together. It's whatever. Wow, I'm like getting re-angry about that now that I bring that up. But it's like the context of this story. So we were broken up at the time that this happened. I was just really dramatic. I was a very angsty teenager. I was very dramatic, and I remember being so upset when we first broke up or took a break or whatever you want to call it. Like just randomly, like some days I would just be like super grumpy at school. I would just like be in my feels and be really upset, and I just didn't want to talk to anyone. It was on one of these days that I had study hall with this one teacher. He was like a really creep dude, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he got fired. I'm pretty sure like he doesn't work at that school anymore. So this particular teacher, who I already did not really like because, you know, he kind of creeped me out, he kept asking me like, what's wrong, Serena? What's wrong? Why are you so sad? Why are you acting so sad today? Why are you not yourself today? Just like kept asking me. And I was just like, this was like the day after Hunter and I broke up, by the way. He just kept asking me, you know, why I was upset, and I didn't say anything because I was in one of those moods where I just didn't want to talk to anyone, you know? He literally like goes back to his desk, and then like later when he's doing his rounds or whatever, walking around the classroom, he stops at my desk and he says, I just realized why you're so upset. He's like, Hunter's not here today, and you just miss him so much because you love him so much. And I was just like, I literally looked at him in the face and I literally just went I like started crying. I've never cried in school before that day. Okay, I've never like really cried in school before that day, but that was just, I just started bawling. He was just like, what did I say? That's like one of my favorite moments from high school. It was really embarrassing. I remember coming in the next day and he like apologized to me because I guess someone told him that we like had broken up, and he was like, the next day he just like came up to me and was like, had the most sincere apology. He's like, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that, you know, you guys had broken up. I didn't realize you were obviously going through something. It was the funniest thing slash the most embarrassing. And like, I still think back to that day and I'm like, why did I just cry when he told me? Like, why did I just like cry? I don't know. So those were all of the embarrassing moments from high school that I have for you guys. And like I said, I probably won't make another video. Maybe in like a year from now I'll make another video, but I just wanted to bring this to you so you guys would have part 3. And now we can just laugh at the embarrassment that is my life. If you guys are still watching this at the end of my video, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you sometime soon with a new video. Bye!